with Chen, also the director of Dancing Freedom. So I'm pretty excited and really nervous to be taking this next step into the online world, because I've only ever taught live, and I really want to be, I'm really excited actually to have this opportunity to dance and connect with all of you from all around the world, especially myself being in Australia and being wherever you are. I want to thank Chen for encouraging me and kind of giving me the little push to join him on this. And for all of you who joined us on that 21-day challenge, thank you for being the catalyst for really y'all were the catalyst for really giving me that incentive to be like, this can work. Let's keep dancing together. So thank you first and foremost. So this course has been taught in persons many times by myself and Richard Trunson, another facilitator. And so I know that it works, and I've modified it so that we can have it work via this online medium. So as long as y'all have your bodies and some space to move and the willingness to go in to your experience, your embodied experience, I think this is going to work really beautifully. So thanks for piloting this with us. So embodied alchemy. So we all have these bodies, everyone, and our spirits decided that having a body would be the most extraordinary way to experience human existence. And so we, as conscious beings, have the opportunity to be our own alchemists, be our own doctors, our own experiential physicists. We're made of all of the elements, the earth, water, fire, air, and ether. And as we allow ourselves to connect to these elements within ourselves, we get to retrieve the wisdom that's inherently inside of us. Like Chen and I, when we were preparing for this course, we're just reminding each other that we're here to guide you, but not necessarily to teach you anything that you don't know, because it's all inside of you. The information is already there. I feel like I'm just here to help extract that information and help you remember, because I've been on this journey of remembering for a while, and there's still so much more that there's so much more there is to remember every day, and the more I continue to dive into my own embodied experience. You'll hear us talk a lot during this course about the felt sense. And what that actually means is really beginning to connect to what's present in the moment, what you're feeling in your body in any given moment. Our bodies are the only thing that are in real time all the time. Yeah, like our bodies are not in the past, our bodies are not in the future. They are perpetually in the present moment. And what better way to practice coming home, coming back into the present moment, than to continue to train ourselves to be present, to keep feeling what is present in the moment. And so this course is going to be an opportunity for us to explore different avenues, explore different exercises, different activities, different inquiries, different questions that will help bring us deeper into the body, and therefore bring us deeper into the present moment, so that you and me and we can really begin to live life to its fullest. Yeah, I know for myself, the more I focus on the past or project into the future, the more stressed I become. However, when I can just stop to breathe and feel what's happening right here, right now, it's like, yeah, I've got this. My body, my psyche, everything inside of me knows how to be here now, but it's the mind that I'm learning to train to just continuously bring me back to this moment and to this current experience, which is happening in these bodies. So I'm really looking forward to being on this journey with all of you. I'm in a super big transition in my life. And this, yeah, like continuing to remember to be in the moment and be in my body and allow whatever I'm feeling to just inform my next step, every step, one step at a time. It's such a blessing. So thank you. Yeah, Chen, do you have anything to add?
Let me just answer that. I would just mirror everything that you just said and just say thank you.
Mm.
And I think I can spotlight myself. So there I am. Yay. I really agree with what you said about the body is the only part of ourselves that is constantly living in the present moment. And one of the things that I really enjoy in learning about my own body and my own relationship to my body is that it can never lie. And so when I learn to connect to myself and into my body, into my felt sense experience of reality through my body, I know that I have a very, very accurate and direct connection to the truth. And for example, your body can't tell you that it's not thirsty if it's thirsty. It only knows yes or no. There's no maybe or if this, if that, maybe this, maybe that. It's very direct and very fast. And by learning and going through these practices that we're about to go through, that connect you into that inner felt sense of the body and of its experience of reality, you actually are creating a direct connection to your own truth, your own knowing moment to moment, and in a way that becomes very powerful. Yeah, I guess that's what I would add.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah.
And one more thing that I want to share before we continue is that this elemental wisdom is so, so vast. Like, we're simply going to be we're tapping in. And for me, I've been working consciously with the elements for the past 7 years, and I feel I'm still such a beginner. Like, it's the entire universe is made, well, at least the known universe is made of these elements. And so there's so much wisdom for us to retrieve from them. And so I'm looking forward to being on this journey with all of you as we begin to uncover and help each other remember and inform one another of what we find along the way. This course is going to be, you're going to get as much out of it as you choose to put into it. And I know that we're all really busy, we have busy lives, and so I'm going to just keep inviting each of you to just show up as best as you can, because this is for you. This is your gift to yourself as much as this is my gift to myself. For me, teaching is the best way for me to learn. And so I'm super grateful to have this opportunity to share what I've received, and just want to continue to remind us to just be patient with ourselves, because it's not, it's taken us, I'm 40, however old you are, it's taken us this many years to be programmed by society, family, experiences. And once we consciously choose to get in there and start rewiring and reprogramming, it might not take as long as it took to get us to this point, but it's not necessarily going to happen overnight. And so I just really want to commend each of us for having the awareness to say, yeah, I'm ready to continue my journey of rewiring, reconnecting, resensitizing, because that's what's happening when we allow ourselves to feel what's happening in the body. We are resensitizing in a world that is pretty, I would say, many people or many things in our world are here designed to kind of detach us from really feeling deeply, for us to be distracted from actually knowing ourselves deeply. And what I'm finding is the deeper I go within my own felt experience, doesn't necessarily get easier. It's like, shit, I'm feeling a lot, and I'm feeling that dude on the train right there. I'm feeling that movie that like 10 years ago would have just been an action movie, and now it's like, whoa, that's really violent. I can't receive that because I have so much more capacity to feel. And yet I firmly believe that that's why we're here on this planet, is to resensitize, remember how to feel, so that we can remember that we are intimately, infinitely connected to all things. And so that begins to like break down the illusion of separation. And yeah, not to get too heady, but you know, again, it's like through the body, through diving in deeply, that we get to like reconnect to the web of life and all things on this planet, and know ourselves as, yeah, as connected, and not and not as separate. So yeah. With that, I say let's just take a moment to close our eyes and breathe deeply into your belly. Whatever you're feeling, just allow it to be, and just focus on your breath. Dancing Freedom. At the beginning of a Dancing Freedom class, we always take a moment to just connect to ourselves and to honor all of creation as an extension of ourselves, as an honoring, to remember. So before we get into the activities of this day and begin to re-inhabit our bodies, I just invite us all to acknowledge the land that you stand upon or that you sit upon, wherever you're physically being right now. Just acknowledge that land. The custodians, the people who have come before you, the people who have tended to that land so that you could be there now. I want to call in the elements that we'll be dancing with and that will be guiding us these next 6 weeks: the earth, the water, the fire, the air, and ether. I want to honor and acknowledge the directions of the medicine wheel, the directions that help us find our true place, our true sense of belonging. The east, the south, the west, the north, and that spark within each of us that continuously calls us home to ourselves. And I really like to acknowledge each of our own personal ancestry, because without our personal lineage, our personal ancestry, we wouldn't be here right now. And so in whatever way that feels true for you, just a moment to acknowledge where you come from. And to honor the oversoul of Dancing Freedom, this living lineage of practices and people who have played a part into creating a structure for us to move within, to learn from within. And to honor each and every one of you, including myself. Just taking a deep breath in. If it feels good or true, just let it out with a big sigh. And if it feels right, when you're ready, just open your eyes. And I'm feeling like let's do some movement, yeah? So if you can find a place in your space on the earth, I'm going to invite you to actually lay down on the ground or not, like just wherever you feel most comfortable. I'm going to lay down. Just going to take you through a basic earth meditation before we dive into more discussion around the element of earth and the wisdom that it holds for us. I'm going to invite us all into our own earthen bodies, our precious bodies made of earth. So if it feels good for you, find a nice comfy place on the earth itself. If you want to lay down, I might lay down. Just feeling your body upon the earth. Whether you're laying or sitting, just find a way to be with whatever is right now. And that can be as simple as breathing. Allowing your body to surrender itself to gravity. Allowing your body to simply be held and supported by the earth beneath you. If you feel any tension, any anxiety, anything really that is keeping you from simply being here now, just focus on your breath. Focus on your breath and focus on the sensation of the earth touching your body. Whether you're laying down or sitting up, focus on those points of contact with the earth, the subtle holding and support that the earth provides for you in this moment. If it feels good to breathe deeply or to sigh, just allow it. Just allow whatever feels good for you in this moment. With every inhale, allow yourself to become more present. With every exhale, allow yourself to surrender a little bit more. There's nowhere else to be but here. Nowhere else to go but right now. A gift to yourself this present moment is. A gift to your body. If you need to adjust yourself to feel more comfortable, do that. Listen to your body. Just breathing generously. Feeling held and supported. Connected to something solid. You are grounded. You are grounded in this moment. If it feels good, just invite just some really gentle movement Some really gentle movement. Continuing to breathe. And feel whatever is present. If you're bored, be with boredom. If you're anxious, be with that. Just keep bringing yourself to this moment. That is the greatest gift of the earth element, reminding us of our I am here-ness. It feels good to just roll from side to side, allowing that supportive ground beneath you to massage your back. Can you just allow yourself to roll over to one side onto your belly, perhaps? So you can see. Here I am. And just continue to gently move upon the earth. Just feeling what that feels like, whether you're laying down or sitting up. So what does it feel like to be in connection to the earth in your unique way right now? And just allow yourself to come to stillness for a moment. Just feel the stillness of being with the earth in this moment. Stillness always precedes movement. From this place of stillness, I want you to just welcome a little bit of pushing your body into the earth. And once again, just yielding, coming back down. These are some basic somatic movements, principal movements that we just inherently learn, we inherently express when we're children, learning to inhabit our bodies. From stillness comes movement, pushing against the earth, against gravity. And once again, allowing your body to yield to gravity. Just explore that simple pattern of pushing and yielding. Whatever way feels true for you. Just notice when you push into the earth, another part of you yields. The earth is always there to hold you, support you as you push and yield. This is the first expression of action, creation in our realities. The act of pushing and expressing our will into reality. Pushing, yielding. Pushing and yielding. Some of the next patterns we learn is reaching. So from that place of stillness, of groundedness, we push and we yield, and then we begin to reach into space. And then pull back into ourselves. Reaching, pulling, reaching, pulling. Push, reach, and then we see something we want and we grasp. So just imagine seeing something you want, grasping it and pulling it. These basic movement patterns. Reaching, grasping, pulling, yielding. Just play with those in your own way. That pushing, that yielding, that reaching, grasping and pulling. Acknowledging your connection to the solid earth beneath you. And slowly, I want you to just slowly push yourself onto your knees, your hands, connecting to your spine, your tail. Imagining your tail being part of your roots that connects you to gravity, connects you to the earth. And slowly push your way against gravity the way we do. And come up to standing if that feels true. Reaching. I'm gonna fix this. Just reaching and stretching. Just really allowing yourself to feel this connection to your earthen body with your feet firmly planted upon the earth. Can you sense, can you feel those movement patterns? The pushing, the yielding, just softening, the reaching, and the pulling. I want you to imagine that there's roots, from your spine, from your tail, just rooting you down. Your limbs like roots, planting them firmly into the earth. Softening your knees, softening your belly, softening your belly. How can we allow ourselves to more fully arrive into this moment? Rooted, grounded. Imagine your feet sprouting roots deep into the core of the earth. With every step you take, you are grounded. With every breath you take, you are home, 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 home. Earth is our home. This body is your home. Connecting. Stretching those roots deep down. Just explore walking through your space, connected, grounded. Maybe you've got big branches extending from your arms. Just stay connected to those roots as you move through your space. Breathing, feeling the feedback as you take a step. How does that feel when your foot touches the earth? That feedback that is expressed through the earth into your foot, up your roots, up your limb, into your body. Can we begin to become that sensitive? Walking, connecting your feet to the earth. Opening up your periphery vision, seeing what's around you in your space, staying connected, staying earthed, staying grounded, while also being connected to what's around us. Staying connected, staying rooted, staying grounded, while also connecting to what's around you. Softening with your breath, not being so rigid, softening with your breath. A tree is solid, yet it's flexible, it's resilient, so when something comes at it, it can sway so it doesn't break. How can we be solid, firm within ourselves, grounded and rooted, yet flexible and resilient, so that whatever comes, we can meet it? Just take another few moments to explore this in your own way. You can even imagine painting the floor with your feet. Yeah. You're rooted, you're connected, yet you're exploring, you're expanding. Just focusing on your breath as you connect your steps, your movements. If you wish to welcome in your spine, get a little more advanced, welcome in that spine. You know, there's 24 vertebrae in our spines, and yet I included, many of us, it's just like moving like it's just one solid thing, though actually each vertebra has its own individuated way of movement, and the more focus we begin to place upon our spine, each vertebra, the more expression we can have in the world. So just slowly connecting your movement, every grounded step. The spine, that connection between the base of your neck all the way to your tail. Yeah. We actually have remnants of a tail because we're animals. And as we connect to our bodies, as we reclaim sensitivity within our bodies and our spine, we remember that primordial wisdom, that primal wisdom that resides inside of these earthen forms. You can imagine your tail growing long, an extension of your body. And as you plant your rooted steps upon the earth, allow your tail to be yet another limb. Can you invite sensitivity from the tip of your tail all the way to the base of your neck? You can bring your chin to your chest. Curve your sacrum in, out. These are all just explorations, invitations. There's no right or wrong in exploring your own body. Just the invitation, the curious exploration. Just take another minute. I'll stay quiet. And then we'll come together to share some of what we've experienced in this meditation. Slowly, slowly, allowing your movement to come to stillness. Bringing all your awareness and attention to your breath and to the sensations that are moving within you, to the sensation of being grounded through your feet into the earth. When you're ready, let's slowly come back together. Shall we unmute everyone, Chen? Whoa, that's loud. All right, so Chen, Hey everyone.
Hey.
I'm feeling super. Woo. So I would love to give us an opportunity to share just a little bit of what we experienced through connecting to the element of earth. So just so you all know, for me, it's really important to give each of you an opportunity to express what's already inside of you before me or Chen kind of like telling you about the element of earth, because that's just I feel like you'll know. So we're gonna just take a few moments. If Chen, do you think we can still do that little breakout? Yes, so we're going to explore, because this is a new format for us, we're going to explore breaking out into just pairs for just a few minutes to give each of you an opportunity to connect with another person on what you experienced in your exploration of Earth. Like what medicine, what information, what do you know already about the element of Earth? How does it inform your movement, your experience of being human? And we'll just take about 5-6 minutes to do that, and then we'll come back together and we'll have some share back, and then Chen and I can add a few things, a few key points about the element of earth that we really love to work with, and then we'll see. Hopefully we'll have some time to get into another meditation before we complete. Does that sound, you're willing to break out with one other person?
You know what?
Sure.
I'd love to just say hello to everybody first, because we're
Okay.
all... So
Let's-
hi, everybody.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Let's do that. So, how do we want to say hello?
One second. Let me just make myself a presenter. It was actually, we had in the lesson plan, which we kind of skipped over a little bit, is we wanted to open the class in the traditional way that we open. I'm just going to mute everyone because I don't like hearing myself. So I'll unmute you in a second. The traditional way that we open a Dancing Freedom class is we have everyone sit in a circle together, and we go around and just say our first name, or your first and last name if you want to share your last name, that's great. Where you're from, and just one word about your intention for the dance. So in this context, what I think would be really amazing right now is to have everyone just share your name, where you're coming from, and just one word about what earth means to you. Like, how do you relate to the element of earth, and or just one word that you got from this practice that we just did. And it doesn't have to be specifically related to earth. I'm just using that because that's really fresh for me. It's really fresh for us. So if that sounds good to everyone, then we can go around and all introduce ourselves. I'll take myself off the speaker presenter, so each one of you will have the spotlight, just like in a real class, in a real room with all people. And just say your name, where you're from, and just one word about what earth means to you, your relationship to earth, or what you're calling in from the element of earth. So I will start. My name is Chen. I'm in Northern California, and dirt. That's all. And I'm going to unmute everyone. So now we can all do the same. Yep. Are you all there?
I'm Jason.
Yeah.
I'm in Cape Town. And Earth is like steady rock. I'm done.
Hi, I'm Salome from Cape Town, South Africa, and Earth for me is home.
I am Amy in New York, and I love feeling the ground under my feet, and I just love walking barefoot all the time.
Nice. Hi, I'm Marnie. I am living in Pearl River, Louisiana, and for me, it's about connection.
My name is Steve in San Francisco, and one thing, I guess, earth growth.
Hi, everybody.
Hi.
Can you hear me?
Yep.
Yes.
Yep.
So my name's Maribel, and I am saying hi from the Mojave Desert of Las Vegas. Yeah, it's like 100 and something right now. But Earth, Heartbeat, and Great Mother, and particularly for right now was your sacral and vertebrae movement. That was a beautiful earth connection that I hadn't quite done myself before, so I really enjoyed that. That's beautiful.
I'll talk. Hi. Hey, my name is Sherry, and I live in Alaska. And what Earth is for me is, right now, it feels like it's fluid. Very fluid.
Beautiful. Thank you.
My name is Lydia, and I'm in Melbourne, Australia. And for me right now, the earth is support.
Hi. Yes. I'm Laetitia from Paris, in France. And I like to work in my body from the ground and feel all the space like as if I'm a big tree. Thank you.
Thank you.
So my name is Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi, Hannah.
Hi. So I'm in the Hudson Valley of New York, and Earth for me right now is feeling fleshy and pleasurable.
Hello, I'm Suzanne. I'm from Margaret River, Western Australia, over the other side from you, Lydia. And today, Earth for me feels really like coming home to something solid and secure and reliable. So that was really nice.
Yeah, thank God for that.
I think we have 3 more people.
Hello, my name is Leanne. I am in normally Boston, but currently DC, and I'm in a noisy place, so I apologize. And I wasn't able to move much with you given where I am, but just observing and feeling without a lot of movement the sensation of earth in my body, I really got slowness, and it was really good medicine today. Thank you, Lydia.
Oh, thanks, Leanne. So
Yeah, so good. I'm gonna request Chen not pair me because it's gonna be tough to share from where I am. But I'm happy to be with y'all.
Okay. Anyone else?
Hi. You guys can hear me.
Yep.
I'm Robin. I'm in Southern California, in Ventura. Earth is home today.
Yum.
Thank you, Robin. I see we have, I think, Melanie and Salome. Is that the Salome that's with Jason?
Correct.
Okay. And I don't know if Melanie is on the call and can hear us. If you can hear me, I think you're the last one. If you'd like to introduce yourself. I could pretend to be you, but I don't look like a Melanie. Oh. Nope. I don't think we can hear you. So, I'll just send her a message. I think we will continue. Melanie, if you do figure out how to get a microphone or make it so that we can hear you, we will pause and let you introduce yourself after our next exercise. Should I break everyone out into groups so we can do a little sharing?
Yeah.
Cool. So we'll have about 2.5 minutes for each person. I'll set a timer for about 2.5 minutes each, and I can type to you all and let you know when to switch. So don't worry about tracking the time for yourself. I will just let you know when to switch. And the share, I believe, Lydia invited us into is to just take a moment to share about what your experience was with the previous exercise and what's your relationship with Earth. How do you experience Earth? How do you experience the element of Earth? In Dancing Freedom, I personally like to relate to each of the elements as an individual intelligence, that it actually is a larger intelligence than that it's actually a larger intelligence than myself, and it actually, when I allow it to become that, I can begin to have a dialogue with it. I can begin to learn from it. It can begin to speak to me. I can begin to ask it questions. And each of the elements has a different flavor, a different personality, a different way of speaking and being in the world. And so if you start to look at Earth in that way as having its own innate intelligence, with which I imagine if you're here in this class with us, you kind of already do that. But just to really think about, what is Earth? What is this intelligence of Earth, and how does it speak to you? For me, Earth is very slow. It's very not thought. It's very quiet. But then it also has these moments of extreme, eruption, like earthquakes and a landslide, and this very intense, powerful movement that happens very quickly, but then stops and settles and waits for a very long time. And there's a particular way that kind of speaks to me and teaches me about myself and about the world and about my life. So just the invitation for these next 5 minutes is to share with your partner about your own personal experience with Earth and your own personal relationship to Earth and this intelligence of Earth that you walk on every day. And it's also important to recognize that Earth is in its own individual element. It's its own thing. But on this planet Earth, it actually contains and supports each of the other 5 of water, fire, air, and ether. I guess ether is kind of does the same thing. It supports and is inside of all of them. But we'll do that in week 5. But it's good to recognize that Earth is the supporter. It's the mother, and it is the foundation for all of the other elements, you can say. Or it's the combination of all of the other 4 elements. So whatever that is to you, whatever your relationship is, we invite you to explore that and share that with your partner. And then in 5 minutes, we'll bring you all back into the big group, and we'll invite everyone to share their personal experiences in like a popcorn style, so we can begin our group dialogue about what is Earth and begin to really like explore this group intelligence that we all have here. So I will break everyone out right now and set a timer for 2.5 minutes. And you should all get a partner. If you don't have a partner, don't worry. I will be the odd one out or the odd one in. Just wait a moment and I'll join you. And I'll also set a timer for 2.5 minutes and tell you when to switch. So don't worry about setting a timer for yourself. Do we have any questions before I do this? You can unmute yourself. I will unmute everyone. Do you have any questions before? Cool. That looks good. Give me 1 second. Looks like everyone has a partner, so have fun.
How do we know we have a partner?
What's that?
Join the breakout room, it says.
Yep, join the breakout room.
Do I join the breakout room?
Okay.
Let's see what happens.
I'm not sure what's going on.
Is there a button that popped up for you to join?
No.
Well, looks like Melanie. Let me move. Give me 1 second.
No problem.
Hi. Are you
Hi there.
Are you alone in here?
Yes.
Yeah. Let me go ahead.
No.
There's one more person there's a couple people that are kind of like I don't think can join the room, so I'm going to pair you with someone else really quick.
Sounds good, Sam. Thank you.
Thanks for your patience. All right. Where's my rooms?
I can hear you.
Oh, good.
But Melanie's not on here, if that's who you were trying to put me with.
I can tell. And now my breakout rooms. There it is. Give me 1 second. Just have to move someone around. Breakout room. Nope. 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 4.
Hi.
There we go. Okay, you and I are going to be partners. I got it fixed.
So I'm going to be partners with you? Is that what you got?
Yep.
Okay. All right.
So what is Earth for you?
Well, let's see. Yeah, Earth for me, I think it's really about grounding. I can go, when I dance, I go up often. And so I need the groundingness, but I think Earth really turns up actually in my hips, like more of a drum beat, kind of that earthy feeling. It doesn't really have a quiet frequency for me, but I like that perspective. Yeah, that, that softer, quieter perspective of it. But yeah, it's definitely more about grounding and getting my feet connected to the earth when I dance rather than being up in the ether somewhere, which I enjoy too. But yeah, and the Schumann resonance, that's kind of there's a gentleman by the name of Alex Theory that does a lot of Schumann resonant type music. And if you haven't heard of him, he does some cool stuff. So I just sort of think of the Schumann resonance and that vibration, that little vibration that connects us all.
Mm-hmm.
I guess that's kind of what I think. Yeah, and what do you think? Have you switched? It must be 2.5 minutes. So
I started the timer a little bit late.
Did you? Okay.
I was moving a couple people around, so.
All right.
Yeah, I'm going to tell people to switch in just a second.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
There you go.
Switch.
All right. Did you get to see that?
The switch? No.
Yeah. Okay. We're special.
That's right.
Stay in the big main room.
You know, teacher's pet, right?
Usually that's my role. Oh wait, I said that on the recording. Whoops.
Oh well.
Oh gosh. Okay, so Earth, man. I think my connection to Earth has always been very close to like how I described it just a little bit earlier. Mm-hmm. It's one of the elements that I find is more challenging for me to connect with. Like I can go straight out into ether. I'm very, very watery. I can connect right into fire and that like passionate place, and air. Like I always feel like I have these wings. But Earth is for me, it's always kind of like this mystery. Like I interact with very earthy people, and it's like they don't really make sense to me all of the time.
Interesting.
I could do like I kind of get this mud. I like mud because it has water in it, but earth in that I guess just the sitting in that like kind of way that earth invites my nervous system to relax in the very deep kind of way that it resets my nervous system, I guess. And I like staying high energy and high that, and yeah. And the intelligence of Earth, to me, like how I have dialogue with Earth, is also similar to how I described. Like sometimes there's it's almost like there's not very much dialogue with Earth for me. It's just the calm down. So yeah.
It's good. That's nice. Gives me a different perspective to not, the rootedness kind of helps to bring the calmness, but I just took on a different energy of what you said. So that's nice.
Yeah. Yeah. Of course. In the, I'm going to tell everyone. A second. Bringing them all back. Close the rooms. Close in 60 seconds. So we have a little bit more time, but yeah.
Awesome.
That's, here they come.
That's really cool.
Isn't that cool?
Cool thing.
Yeah.
Very sweet. That was a great experience.
So we have some people, I think, still. Everyone has about 30 more seconds before they get brought back in.
Such diversity.
I know Hannah and Jason are having a little moment in room 4. Suzanne and I don't know who was that person, but they're having a little moment too. So they will be. There we go. They're coming back. Welcome back.
Too funny.
Well, that's
Well
pretty
done,
amazing that
control
you
room.
came at 4 in the morning. Whoop.
What's that? Yeah. I like that. It makes me happy. So I think everyone should be back. No one's hiding out in a private room. I just can't resist. One of the amazing things, actually, I was sharing with Sherry that Earth for me has always been this kind of mystery. Like I can relate to the other elements really well, but Earth has always had this like mystery. Like I'm very watery. I can connect to fire. I can do the air, but Earth is kind of like I just don't get it all of the time. And I just realized something in my little joking that Earth actually, one of the things that I often overlook inside of Earth is the element of sensuality in the sacrum, and that like it's very down in like in the base of the spine, and there's like this quiet, almost this like quiet sensuality that is I associate with Earth that I sometimes find is a very powerful like energy to bring to inhabit. So I just thought of that and felt like, hey, there's a good popcorn share to start us off. Yeah.
Did you finish it?
I was just going to invite other people to share.
Well, I'll go first then.
Thank you.
Awesome.
So Shem is my partner, and he just sort of kind of, so I'm like you very much, the fire, the ether, the kind of being up and higher, and what I'm realizing is that I'm really needing Earth in my life. So I think when we were down on the floor, it was that very somatic and fluid connection to the floor, and it's something that I need to incorporate in my life. It's like that real grounding, and yeah, I just can't really explain it, but sort of tuned into a different essence of Earth through the communication, and so that was good. Popcorn done.
Thank you, Sharon. Really quickly, I think one of us has speakers, and I'm wondering if you are on speakers and you don't have headphones. I'm getting a little bit of feedback. And I'm a little picky, and that just annoys me. So if you wouldn't mind, if you don't have headphones, just muting yourself, and when you're ready to share, you can unmute yourself. Just so that I think there it went away. Whoever just muted yourself, thank you. And so whenever you're ready to share, just unmute yourself and pop in. Thank you. Anyone else?
Okay, so I'll share that I was sharing with Amy that I have been a little bit out of the dance realm for quite a while. I'm from Canada. I moved down here 11 years ago, and I've been doing a different journey for a little while. And so for today, for me, getting down on the earth and starting to kind of replant and regrow myself into the dance realm and back into my body, felt really yummy and really coming home. And it was like a connection that I've been really missing for a long, long time. So it just felt really good to get the body moving, like just moving my body even just to start. Like there were a lot of creaks and like little pains and little snaps and pops and stuff that, you know, normally when I'm in a normal dance, more movement routine, it's like that. I just am more fluid. So I'm moving through the crunchiness, I guess, because at first I was a little bit resistant just from being so out of practice. But already just in even that little bit that we did, or a lot, however you want to look at it, because I feel like I really, in a little bit of time, really kind of came back home in a really big way. So it was really yummy. and I'm really looking forward to what's next to come. So thank you.
Thank you, Marnie.
You're welcome.
So yeah, I'd really love if there's someone who would like to share some of these like key lessons, these key gems that the earth has to help us with being more embodied, being more connected. If that's something that you shared about in your sharing, I would love to hear some more of those nuggets.
I'll share. It's Amy, and one of the things that I've really liked about it was that feeling of being rooted, of how you can have your extend through past your feet down into the ground, and then be as up and branched and moving and doing whatever when you're in both of those places at once, and kind of feeling what's under the ground and being strong.
Thank you.
Thank you, Amy. Does anyone else have anything they'd like to share?
I'll share. Salome here.
Hi.
I just want to share that I felt really connected. From before the exercise and after the exercise, there was quite a shift of. All of a sudden, I felt the entire group in this. It is almost in the beginning, it felt a little bit strange about looking at the computer versus looking at a person. Mm-hmm. And when I went into my body, I could actually feel and sense the group, and that was quite amazing for me to just feel that connection through the earth. Okay.
Yeah.
Thanks.
I suppose I'll share while we're in the same space. For me, it's dark and it's really cold. We're in the middle of winter here, and the lesson was that just accept the cold. And the cold was really beautiful, and as the cold crept in, it creates this sort of sparkly, alive energy. And even though the part of you wants to suddenly be warm, the reality is it is cold, and it's beautiful to be cold.
Yeah. Mm. Mm. Thank you. Yeah. Robin, did you want to share? I thought I saw you raise your hand.
Sure. So I was talking with Steve, and I'm in sort of a giant upheaval in my life. Everything is moving and changing and shifting, and I felt like when I was full-bodied, face down on the floor, just sinking into it, I felt more connected than I have in a while. When I was on my feet, I noticed this like sticky peeling sensation. Like it was like tearing off a sticker, and it wasn't coming off all of the way. And the soles of my feet were attached to the ground, and they didn't want to leave. And it was really interesting to just feel sticky and connected and dirty. Like it just felt dirty.
Cool.
Oh, thank you, Robin.
So
yeah.
I'll just say, I'm not someone I think naturally who feels the earth very easily either. And I'm really just feeling this stability. And yet at the same time with the stability is all this aliveness. And I'm having this interesting sense of, I don't know even how to put it into words, honestly, but like, I guess maybe the thing to say is that there's solidity and spaciousness. Like, so there's all this possibility. And so maybe it's like that I'm feeling the ground underneath myself and feeling supported, which I've been struggling with today. So interesting that we're dealing with Earth. So I think like somehow I'm feeling the support of Earth and allowing that, and that it's creating a sense of openness and possibility.
Yeah, I'd love to add to that. It's one of the beautiful aspects, beautiful qualities of Earth is like, you know, it composts shit. You know, like you give the Earth, you know, we put our vegetable scraps, we put our shit into the Earth, and it literally like breaks it back down into Earth. Yeah. We eat food, our digestion literally composts that food, and it kind of comes out the other end as dirt. You know what I mean? It's like the Earth has the capacity to really break down, to create more spaciousness for something new to arise. And I feel like when we give ourselves permission to consciously connect to that element of Earth in the way that it has the capacity to compost and break down what doesn't serve anymore, or even if it does, you know, like it's just its natural tendency to break down and transform and shift to create more potential, more possibility for something more thriving to emerge. And that's something that I really love to work consciously with the element of Earth. Like if I'm feeling a lot of really stuck or dense energy, or feeling really angry or depressed or something, you know, just trusting that the Earth is there not only to support me and hold me and kind of comfort me, but also kind of like it invites like, give me your shit, you know what I mean? Because that's what it does. That's its food. Like the Earth actually munches energetically and physically, composting energy into something, transforming it into something new. And when you were sharing that just now about that spaciousness, that's really what it reminded me of, is it creates more spaciousness by breaking down what isn't in alignment anymore. That's my long popcorn.
Thank you, Lydia.
You're welcome, Chen.
Yeah.
So let's just take another maybe one or two people to share, because we've got just a few more minutes and I really want to be in time integrity, and I want to offer you like a quick little, I want to give you some like a meditation that you can take into your dance over this next week. So yeah, if there's like one or two more people that'd like to share before we start to wrap up, I'd love to hear from you.
Yeah, I'll share.
Please.
Yeah, I was listening. I liked what Chen said about not connecting to the Earth so much and preferring to be in other areas, because it really made me feel like, oh wow, I am Earth. I'm really Earth. I live there a lot, and I was like, oh, I know Earth. You know, for me, it's stability. It's being really grounded and connected and staying very stable for the people around me. And it's funny because I'm a life coach, so I in my job I've moved into a job of staying stable and steady and supporting of others. But when just the way you said it, you know, I like to be in fluid and fire. I was like, I just got this little spark in me going, oh yeah, I'd love that. You know, I want to change. So it would be nice for me to sort of move out of that Earth so much and to be in those other elements. So that's kind of what I got from that. Yeah, I found that really interesting for myself. Yeah, it's like, yeah, I live in Earth all the time. I inhabit Earth, but it would be nice to get out and break out and to have some variety. You know?
Yeah, totally.
Yeah, I wanted to. You can hear me? Yeah.
Yep.
Okay.
Yes.
Just I speak with Suzanne and I talk about what Earth. I can feel the roots. That's it's something which can allow me to go in this space and to go and to feel to feel free somewhere. And what's funny is because my English is not it's strange, so Suzanne understood roof like that's right, Suzanne.
That's right.
So it's maybe it's not wrong because thanks my roots, I can feel like the roof. It's I can go very easily on the top. So I can often I imagine like the sequoia, because you can go very very far if you are very strong in the earth. Yeah.
They're beautiful. Great. Thank you so much. Yeah, that's so true. The deeper we root, the higher we can rise. Yeah, like a tree. It's such a beautiful image. I really love working with that. And I really invite you all to work with whatever image it is or whatever qualities of the earth really help you to feel connected in this next week before we meet again next week. Yeah, I mean, I really want to go longer, but I also want to be in time integrity. So we can kind of talk about it on the Facebook group and like nut out what really serves everybody. Because I really want to be able to give us more embodiment experiences so that we can practice being in our bodies together. And I also see the value of dialoguing. So let's kind of navigate that together to see what really serves us for these next 5 weeks, so we can make it the best for each of us, so that we can each really receive what we need and what we desire. We'll try and meet all of our needs. I've got another meditation that, because I want to stay in time integrity, I'll just send it in the notes. So you're going to get a whole list of earth notes and I'll send out this other meditation that I really wanted to get to, that I invite you to explore on your own at home with their playlist perhaps that we'll be sending out today. You'll also have some journaling questions and some other activities as an invitation. Like I said, this is you are your own alchemist, and so you'll get as much as you put in, and that can be a half hour or that can be another 2 hours, but I'm going to provide you, Chen and I are going to provide you with lots of different invitations to take that on for yourself, and I'm also going to take that on for myself as well. We'll also start a Facebook group so that we can stay connected, and maybe even I'm happy to have an accountability buddy, so you can ask me if I'm doing it myself, and we can ask each other that, and also just share more information, because not only are we we're such a global tribe, we're literally meeting from all corners of the earth, and I would really love for all of us to really give it our all these next six weeks, so that we can really receive as much, bring into our lives, because I know I need it. So I totally welcome your sharing with me, and I'll do my best to share with all of you as well. Chen, is there anything else you'd like to share before we close?
I don't think so. I was just going to go over that we'll send you the notes of this class probably either later on this evening or tomorrow. You also get the playlist. It's a full Dancing Freedom wave. So in Dancing Freedom, if you didn't join us for the 21-day challenge, we teach our classes based on an elemental wave. So we find music that's like earthy music, and then go into watery music, and then into fiery music, and then into air and ether. So it's an entire wave. And this week we have music that is specifically like earthy type music. So it'll be like earthy fire and earthy air, if you can imagine that. That's a weird one. But I think just to mirror what Lydia said is dance and engage in the exercises to the point to where you feel like you need to really be in that inquiry and that conversation with the element of earth. And really this course is learning to create that dialogue with the element of earth so that you can become a really powerful alchemist. And if you have been reading my emails that I've been sending out, alchemy is literally the transmutation, not just transformation. Transformation is physical, is the physical, hold on. Transformation is just the physical form. Transmutation is actually changing the base elements, changing the base of what something actually is. And so alchemy is the transmutation of lead into gold, of our shadows into light, of our pain into pleasure, of this stuck emotion into this free emotion. And so the elements provide a really beautiful map for us to go through that process of transmutation and of transformation as well. But I like to differentiate the two because they are different processes. They are different things that leave you with different results. Like I could transform lead into gold by painting gold on top of it, but it'd still be lead. But once I transmute it, it's gold. It's 100% gold. And so that's the goal of alchemy, and the goal of learning how to relate with the elements is to become a master inner alchemist, an elemental alchemist for yourself in all areas of your life. So that's my spiel. And so take that meditation that we're going to send to you, that Lydia is going to send to you, and bring that into your dance and learn how you specifically relate to this element of earth through the medium of dance and through movement through your body. And we'll send you, along with the meditation, some journaling exercises, the MP3, and so that you can download it and put it onto your iPod, your phone, whatever you want. I will also put it up either on Mixcloud or SoundCloud. I'm not sure yet, so that you can just stream it so you don't have to download it as well. I like options. And I think that's all for me.
Yeah, great. Thank you. Yeah, and one last thing. It's just your whole week is going to be kind of earth. Yeah, so just keep yourself open and aware to receive how that connection is happening. Yeah, like once we place our attention on something, it begins to manifest itself more and more. Yeah, we have more awareness of it. So have fun this week, dialoguing, conversing, connecting to the earth within you and also to the earth all around you and each other. And we will see you in the groups and see you live in Tune and On Time next week. Thank you so much for joining us, and we'll see you on the other side of Earth when we welcome in water next week. But for now and here, we're in Earth. So enjoy that journey.
Thank you.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Have a great week.
Have a great week. Thank you. Bye.
Bye.
That's so cool.
Yeah. No,
Nobody wants to leave.
I'm going.
Goodbye.
I'm going to sleep now.
Good night.
Good night.
Bye, everybody. Blessings.
Bye.
Bye.